Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I make the Ladybug pasta that you probably hear me talk about in a lot of videos, and I'm whipping it up right now for lunch for Jordan and I real quick. So I'm just going to take you through and show you what I use. I usually use elbow noodles, you know, like macaroni noodles, but I'm going to try it with this one today. And then, so you can use whatever pasta you want. And then just some salt and pepper, some olive oil, some olives here. My kids love olives, but of course red and black makes ladybugs. And the recipe calls for cherry tomatoes. My kids don't like tomatoes, but I do sneak them in there and they don't notice or anything. They eat it, but they do like red bell peppers. So I do a mixture of red bell peppers and tomatoes. And then also some mozzarella cheese. You could use fresh mozzarella. I'm sure that would be even better. You could use Parmesan. The first time I made it, I used Parmesan cheese and I really liked it, but the kids didn't care for it. But they do like mozzarella cheese. So that's all you need. The first thing I'm going to do is start cooking the noodles. I'm using about 1.5 cups worth of noodles, which I've actually already got cooking over here. It only has a few minutes left. And then while that's cooking, I've already started chopping up some red bell pepper. I'm going to do about 2/3 to a cup worth of the tomatoes and pepper. So I've already cut up some pepper, and now I'm just going to wash and chop up the tomatoes real small so that it all looks the same, so they can't tell and complain that they don't like tomatoes. Okay, so I've got my pasta cooked. I drained it and rinsed it because it's okay to rinse it because you're going to be eating this cold, and that's about 2 cups worth of cooked pasta. So for that amount, I'm going to add about 4 tablespoons of olive oil to it, and then we're going to add some salt and pepper. There's no measurements, just to taste, and that's really all the flavor is, just the oil and the salt and pepper. So do a little bit if you want, and then taste it. Looks like I got plenty of pepper. My kids don't like pepper, so I may have added too much that time. Okay, so that's plenty. And so that's it for the pasta, and I'm going to finish cutting up the vegetables, and then I can mix it all together. Alrighty, to the pasta, I've got about 1/3 cup of the, 1/3 cup of the red bell peppers and 1/3 cup of the tomatoes. If you like tomatoes, or if your kids do, if you're making this for your kids, you don't have to chop them up. You could just, you know, slice them in half or add them whole, whatever you want. But like I said, I'm having to sneak them in there, so that's how I had to chop them up. And you don't have to follow these measurements like strictly. If you want to add more veggies or less, you can do that. Just whatever you want to do. I'm also going to add about 1/2 cup of these black olives that I sliced up. These are that's the kids' favorite part. So sometimes I add extra olives. But we're almost done. Alright, and lastly, I chopped up the cheese. You could shred it, chop it up, whatever you want. So just gonna add some of that in there. Jordan's playing with the olives. And that is it to the Ladybug pasta. That's how I make it. I'll put the original recipe below. It's from Mama Bowls, and it's a great idea. My kids are pretty picky, but they seem to like this. And you can serve it cold, so I will just pack it for JoJo's lunches sometimes if we have leftovers, or I'll make it just for her lunch. But yeah, that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, and go check out the original recipe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you do, and let me know if you try it out. I'll see you next time.